Okay, Petros, you ended up top 16 with like
Earth
out
Machine.
of the blue. Why the choice?
It's the deck I've been playing for two and a half years now. I've had a lot of success with it. Last year's Nats and a few regionals on the way. UK Nats. And I feel like the deck can do anything.
Right.
It can produce an out to anything. It can. The engine is very versatile, and I've managed to make enough spots in the deck to actually play some non-engine to out the boards and all that. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see the list.
So, for your the main starter gear frame. So your normal gear frame, you add this guy. This guy summons itself if you add it. It's a bit of a break if you draw it, obviously. And then you can gear this on someone foolish as a Machina as well. Then you gear gun, search the rest. This does so much on its own as a normal summon. It's probably better than Alistair as a normal summon. Okay. Yes, I will say it. And for the targets of spare, you have Fortress, one of the best cards in the game, because for some reason it was 2010. They didn't know what once per turn was. You can just keep summoning it. People misread it all the time, so they attack into it, and then I can blow one of the cards up. Excellent card. Citadel makes the deck scary. Makes it really scary because out of nowhere you destroy something. Raigeki on legs shows up and nukes the entire board. And Reinforce makes the deck even scarier, especially when going second, because it's inherent summon from grave. I'm not allowed to say inherent. It's summon itself from grave without activating or starting a chain. Right. It's 46 attack. It's bigger than an Egyptian god. And it can negate something in the battle phase and half your opponent's life points. So it can kill on its own if your opponent activates an effect, which happens more often than it should.
Right.
And this is the Machina part of the engine.
Okay.
There's obviously 3 redeployments. It's like a pendulum call for Machinas. Discard 1 card, add 2 Machinas. If you discard a Machina card, you can add Machina cards instead of just monsters, which allows you to search for the trap, the Machina Overdrive, which is it can summon Citadel from deck or any Machina from deck by destroying a machine, which also triggers Citadel if it's in grave, and it can recycle your banished.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Which is important because after you use Tunneler to draw 2, you can use this, put Tunneler back,
right?
So you can reuse it again next turn and draw 2 more.
Right.
And for the Infinitracks, 3 Harvester, the main 1 card combo of the deck, along with obviously 3 heavy forward. It's basically tanky for Infinitracks, plus he has another effect that you sometimes use both. You can change an exist to attack or attach one. It's the main source of consistency for the deck. It's 6 out of the 12 really good starters, because the other 3 are the 3 gear frames and the 3 redeployments. Going first, going second, there's other options. And the targets for Harvester to search are Dozer, the combo of the deck. If you have an Earth Machine, you use this and you can get wherever you want. The Tunneler, the Pot of Avarice, and the 2 Trencher, which is Reborn for Infinitracks by banishing itself from grave, which is also another target you can put back with Overdrive and draw 1. And honor running Infinitrack is Box, because you can add it off of Ballista and search either of these 2 cards. Now for the last letter of the tech name, MIT, is Trains.
Okay.
It's only 2. There used to be more, but we're cutting down on engines so we can make room. I guess T is also for Ethereans, because we're playing 2 Regulus. And yeah, all Earth Machines are extremely searchable. Level 10s help you OTK, help you make Gustav, as you may have seen in the feature match.
Right. It's fine.
If you're going second, this is also an extra starter. It's also an OTK on its own. It does everything. It's as you described it, it's a double Italy. On 1 card, and it summons a level 4 lower and a level 5 or higher. Its restriction is the funniest thing, because it allows you to only attack with machines, as if I was going to, I don't know, make Chaos Angel or something. Right. And for the non-engine, we have a 3 Ash, because Branded is very much a deck. 3 Eclipse, because it wins the game versus Cash. Sometimes on its own, you just go second, you flip Eclipse. If they don't have a way to stop it, you just destroy their board with your Citadel, with your extra deck, and you just kill them on the spot. 2 Talons and the one Qualifier. Kolbai made this deck to 41, but I was always playing Kolbai, so it's too good not to play, especially with Shifter in the format. I know it's a one-off, but you draw it or you don't. Yeah, but that's the same with every card.
Okay.
And 3 Imperm, because it's the best hand trap in my opinion, as you can just keep it. It's the best 6th card as hand trap. There's no other hand trap you can draw as a 6th card and be happy with it. Because you can just bait on a gate out. Okay. And that's for the main deck. 41 cards, as I said. To the extra, playing 3 Goliath. This is not a cash deck. Goliath is an Infinitrack, and its main use is going to the graveyard, so I can put it back in the extra and draw 2.
Right.
Ballista to add box and add the rest of the Infinitracks. Platinum Gadget for the gear frame line that choose Summon Harvester from hand. It basically allows you to, in a way, use both your normal summons in the same turn.
Right.
Genius, it's so good for outing boards. Palooza. You can also, if you have Genius and you activate Schedule, it can search a level 5 or higher because there was summon at the same time. And the Angernako, which is the end board sometimes of the deck, you just end on this and it wins. That just tags out any monster from hand or field into level 10, and then it can bring itself back from grave next turn.
Right.
And that's for the links. The Xyz got Gear Gigant, can make with the level 4s. It searches any level 4 or machine from deck or grave, which can recur the box. Stormer, which is just like Gear Gigant but more generic. It can add any Earth machine. It can either send it to grave or add it to your hand, which can be a really good. Even under draw, you can send Citadel to have some backup. Enter Blathir. It's a bit of a weird rank 9. A lot of people are not playing this, but I do like it, especially with Borderland in the format. It can out anything without targeting and just banishes, so it doesn't even destroy. Dragoon, Borderland, anything. Also, you can use this turn 1, banish a random card from your opponent's hand, so you know what they're playing, and you can adjust the rest of the combo accordingly. The other rank 9 is Slicer. The only way to make this is Harvester plus Fortress, because it changes the levels to 9. This pops cards by detaching any number of materials, target them and it destroys them. It can destroy your own cards, which is really important because sometimes you want to pop your Earth machines and summon back Citadel.
Okay.
The trains make the cannons, obviously. I guess all 3 of them. This is a really good turn 1 board. It's 4K, it can make itself ineffective. If you have a Derek Crane, it pops a card as well. Gustav, making Gustav when your opponent has no monsters or 2 or more monsters in attack position is game, because it does 2,000 damage, and then Liba becomes 6k and can attack twice on monsters. If it's direct, it's 6k direct. If it's on monsters, if there are 3k or less, it's game, which most of them are. Yeah, Liba can attack 1,000 times, and it can be really, really big.
Right.
And the Zeus.
Of course.
Just the one Zeus. This is what cash players banish from my extra deck.
Yeah.
I want them to keep doing it.
Okay.
And side. 3 Chizukuru. It's a level 10 kaiju, and it's a machine. It can be used as pitch for Fortress, it can be banished for Ruin Force, and if I draw 2, I get a free level 10 on my field.
Right.
I really do not mind this at all. I cite the draws. They did not come up as much, only like in a few games. Against Dragon Link, I guess it did on the feature match, but still play it a lot anyway. So yeah, that's why I'm not maining it, but I would not cut it from my side deck.
Right.
Versus the back row decks like Labyrinth and stuff, it's just Harpy's Feather Duster and discount Harpy Feather Duster.
Yeah.
3 Evenlies. I don't think I need to explain Evenly at this point. And the only thing I'm going to side where I'm going first is just the Gozen match. It can win versus cash. It can be really good against Branded as well, because I have light monsters they want to use, and Dragon Link as well if you catch them on the right spot.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a side deck as well.
Maybe let's say because there's multiple lines, multiple combos. What's the most or more generic opening you would want? You would end on.
So I'll just show you the 1 card combo of Harvester.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
Start by normal summoning that, obviously. It adds an Infinitrack. Also, this will do the same because these can add that. And Dozer. Use Dozer from hand, tribute Earth Machine.
Right.
Summons itself. Effect. Summons an Infinitrack from deck. It can be either of the level 5s. You make Stormer. Stormer effects, add any Earth machine from deck to hand. If we're assuming you have no other cards, you're adding Bullet Train.
Right.
Effect the Bullet Train, you can just summon it. Then you start using your Goliath just to put them to graveyard. Make the first one.
Right.
Link these two. Ballista. Ballista adds obviously the box, and the box will add the remaining Infinitrack you haven't used. Then you activate the Infinitrack in your hand, tribute to summon, then obviously link it away. Go Goliath. And then you use Trencher to summon back any Infinitrack really.
Okay.
Link that one away for another Goliath.
Right.
Link those two away for the M board. And then you activate Tunneler. You put back 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the dozer, so you have another search target for Harvester,
Right.
and you draw 2. So you end on this, and in end phase, Bullet Train, because it was sent there in the grave this turn, cannot back a machine, and you cannot back the starter.
Yeah.
So this is a class 4, and obviously on your opponent's turn, you can pitch the box with Anger Knuckle, summon back Bullet Train,
Right.
and when he dies again, you can add the box back, which also triggers the box.
Okay.
Or any other machine you can add back, but triggers the box to add Trencher as well. And this is just the one card.
Yeah, one card. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Peter, any last words? Any shoutouts?
I'd like to shout out my friends in Cyprus who, well, we're a struggling community, but we make it through. We're like 10 people locals and stuff like that, but we can do it.
Maybe with this, more people start, playing decks, playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Maybe, yeah. What else? I'd like to shout out my friends who came with me, my friends from the UK. Adam Morwood for lending me the Citadel I needed near the end to cover for my tech error. Yeah, my opponents who have been really lovely actually throughout the whole thing, even with the judges and the game loss and stuff on stream. Yeah,
Right.
thanks everyone.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for the profile. Thank you.